Alright, so I just press record then. Yeah, so going on live and doing Instagram live stuff, all of that is like really normal for me. The most amount of people I had at one time was like 350 something, and the least I normally have before I cancel live is like 10. Right, so 2 is actually a lot easier to do, even though they're right in front of me. Alright, so I've got 5 levels of what I believe a job should be able to allow you to do. And if you feel like that you can go up a level, then you should. And if you feel like that it's not a level at which you want in your life anymore, then you can change that as well. Mm-hmm. All right, so for example, let's say you are a stripper, right? And maybe you decide that you no longer think that that's morally correct, or that you'd like to do something different. You'd like the world to see you different, right? Well, are you at a point in your job at which you're actually capable of leaving a job that you no longer morally find yourself fit for? Because you still have bills to pay, you still have other things to do, right? So there's different requirements you have to have before you can even leave a job and go to the next one. Anyway, so level 1, when you're looking for a job, usually you're jobless, you've got no experience, and you're broke, and you're like, I don't know what to do. So what you do is you find a job that pays you. Whee! Which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, right? Find a job that pays you. That way you get some money, you can get rid of the necessities that you need to in life and the rest of it, right? Number 2, if you can get a job that pays you and you're doing pretty well in it, and then you feel like you could do more with your life, well now, because this is like Macca's, cleaner, name it, the boring ones. The ones that have no level entry, no skill entry level, and so they just go to this instead, right? Number 2, a job, right, that you develop skills in, right? That develops skills for you while you do it, right? So for example, you probably learn some skills working in this job, you probably will learn some skills working in this job. Neither of you will probably, do you both agree that you still have something more to learn from this job?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So it's still a good job to have then. Good on you, well done, right? Because if you felt like that it had capped it out, and you feel like that there's nothing else that you could learn, then it's time for you to move on, right? Because then you are just getting a job that pays you. You've now been demoted because you're not learning anything, right? 3, this, in my mind, is where you're allowed to pick morals, right? So for me, for my work, I do OnlyFans, so I get naked on camera and I make some money, right? It is not morally just, but it still pays, and I'm still learning skills, right? But a morally just job slash goes with your values, right? This is, if you can find a job that teaches you skills and that you find is morally just and goes with your values, like you guys are doing right now, that's really awesome. I think there are some of these kids and they recognize me in the other room, like off TikTok and stuff. Oh. But like they just keep looking over every now and then, but it doesn't matter.
Maybe because you're teaching us.
Yeah, you're teaching us. Maybe because I'm teaching something as well.
It should be the other way around.
It's pretty cool though, this is pretty cool. Right, so right now, between the two of you, you guys are at level 3, I'd imagine. What you guys are doing is very morally giving back, right? You're probably learning skills, you love what you're doing, you're getting paid, and it morally goes along with what you guys want to do, taking care of the kids, the youth, creating the next generation. You guys are doing really well.
Level 3.
Yeah, level 3.
Got that. Wow.
Right, and now at level 4, you have, it's 5 levels, you have one that allows new skills to develop. Within the same company. Right? Because when you can get a job that allows you, that's morally just, and so you really enjoy it and it's doing well, and then allows you to grow new skills, and that means that even after you cap out, you still have somewhere to go again. So that's really, really good. So if you feel like that there's a good ladder, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm learning.
Okay, good. A good ladder, you must be like going back to school and you're just like, yeah. Yeah. But like, yeah, so when you have the opportunity to push yourself to a new opportunity to where you can learn new skills as well, then that's a massive, massive bonus as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then level 5, the final
I'm
one,
excited for level 5.
right? A job that allows you to keep learning new skills,
Mm-hmm.
but also gives you the opportunity to work less and earn more.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So just to write down on the board, right? New skills plus opportunity to work less and earn more. Now what the fuck does that even mean? Right? Anything where they can start, where you're with a company long enough or strong enough to the point where they can start paying you in more than just cash, like assets,
Mm-hmm.
right? So certain sales jobs will give you part of their company. If you're with a startup company for long enough, then they'll give you a bunch of stocks, and if the company goes public and goes big, then you can make money, which then allows you to work less, right? So if you can start getting paid more while learning new skills if you want, because at this point it's optional, because now you're starting to get the ability to work less, right? This is where you can start to dip off, go into retirement, and the rest of it and whatnot. Does this all make sense? You guys are all following, right?
Yeah.
Cool, excellent. And so that's where I believe you want to end up. You want to end up doing a job that allows for you to automate and do less work while also being able to get more money or more earnings from other areas that aren't just cash over time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's my 5-step process. And then 6 is like doing what you want to do because you can.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing stopping you because you don't have to work because you've earned more.
So how do we get to 5?
Well, 5 is like, so you guys, right, as much as you guys might be at level 3, you guys might find that this opportunity or this company only allows you to go to level 3. And so that would mean that you're in the wrong business vessel. And so you'd have to jump ships to see if you can ride the tide further down, right? So for example, sales jobs, a sale job can pay you, like as a career, like the job, the skill, right? And then you can develop the skills, because you can always develop sales, because sales is also, people to people, interpersonal skills, understanding. Some people think it's a little woo-hoo, the words, but like emotional intelligence. You can like work on that sort of stuff and whatnot, being able to read people even better and the rest of it. And so that's really good. And then if you're selling a right product, or a product that you genuinely believe in and that you think people can live better with, then it'll be morally just and goes along with your values. And then, depending on, how much you want to learn sales, you can learn more sales. How much you want to learn sales, you can learn more sales. And then down at the bottom there, depending on what company you're with, some companies will be like, you're so good at sales, we'll pay you fat commissions, right? And so if a fat commission is additional working less, getting paid more. Because imagine you get really, really good at sales. And now instead of trying to call like 10 people a day, you've got 3 people in the reg and you're like, yo, Greg, how you been, G? It's that time of year, you down to make another sale? And he's like, yeah, let's sign me up, boys. And so then, work less, earn more.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he's just selling because he wants to, it's number 6. Or if he's spending time with his kids, it's number 6. If he's learning how to fight, that's number 6. If he's learning how to paint, that's number 6. You know what I mean? If he's then doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, that's level 6.
Shit, man. There you go.
We're at level 3. Let's get to level 6.
Lachlan
Level
Lincoln.
5.